Hi, I'm Perry Fogg. I'm your strategic life coach, basically working with people who are in distressed properties. And what I do is I take what seems to be impossible and navigating through trials of possibly losing your home. I'm able to help navigate you through that process, taking you by the hand and walking you out of those dark woods. Um, just a little bit of background about me. I've been in that situation twice. My first home, I fell into foreclosure, was self-employed, and business goes up and down. And you seem to think that if you throw more into your business and not secure your home, that would be the best form of investment. And sometimes you make the wrong mistake. And in our decisions, basically our whole life is made up of decisions, right ones and wrong ones. Your decisions can actually affect what happens to you financially, what happens to your security in your home. And my home spiraled down into almost losing it. But we had faith. We still have faith, but we never stopped asking questions, and we fought. We found out that we can actually stop the sale by going to attorneys after attorney, and then the bills kept increasing. I filed chapter 7, chapter 13, I don't know how many times throughout my life. So there is a bounce back from that. They called me a repeat filer. Matter of fact, I believe a lot of laws were changed because of people like myself who were repeat filers who stopped the process from the bank taking back your home. I filed bankruptcy, I think, about 8 or 9 times. And on top of that, there's a way to repair your credit where I don't have those public notices or judgments on my record as well. So we're going to walk you guys through these steps. Again, my name is Perry Fogg, and I'm a certified strategic life coach, focusing on people living in distressed properties. But not just that, we understand that distressed properties is the outcome of things that are manifested that were already inside. And when we walk through a property that we saved in last year, November, and recently decided to sell it in November, we walked through, and what you saw, what was manifested, was a house that looked like it had 10 people living in it. And so whatever was festering on the inside was manifested on the outside. It looked like a hoarder's house. There were some things that weren't even opened, and I can relate that to personally how you go through these things and how it comes out. So what you put in, what you store up, things have to come out. And what we are able to do is focus on your ability to release some of these toxic thoughts, some of these things that causes you to react in a way that hoards, in a way that stores up, in a way that wastes money. And then we are able to get you on track mentally wise, your mindset wise, in order to take on the next fire, to be able to put out the next fire, which is your finances. And so we happen to have a course that we're developing right now. We have people in place. We have a team that's able to go in and help you navigate through these woods. People who are professionals have coaches. There's value in having counsel. There's value in seeking help. So I always go back to the first thing. The first hack is to ask questions and to seek help, because you don't know all of it, and what you do know has got you where you are. So now you need someone else to guide you. And I'm not talking look online and read this book, and that's good, but sometimes getting knowledge is not like having someone hold your hand and pull you out of something, walk you through these steps. When you're going through these woods, there are traps, there are pitfalls, there's quicksand, there are distractions, and the only thing you can relate to is what you've already stored up. So if you don't have information on how to get through it, just picture yourself walking through the woods with your eyes closed, trying to follow someone's direction. No, we come in and we hold your hand and walk you through this. And in doing so, we're going to help you. We may shake you, but we're going to help you. We're going to help realign your mindset. And if you're not willing to do that, then it's to your detriment, right? It doesn't work. It does not work. There's no partial, there's no partial doing it halfway or halfway in and halfway out. It does not work. It's going to take trust. You're going to have to believe that God has sent you an angel, and trust in God, and also vet that person. And so I'm letting you know that I've gone through this, and I've helped hundreds of people. And now we're just taking this to the next step, because it wasn't just me helping someone become reinstated in their home, which I thought that's all we needed to do. Because a lot of times when people are reinstated in their home years later, because the way it's set up, you go back into it because you haven't changed what's inside. So this mindset shift that we're going to go through, yes, it's a course. Yes, it's coaching. Yes, and there's a fee, and yes, it's not nominal. It's not. You may say it's not affordable. How can I pay this amount and I can't pay my mortgage? Well, what if I told you that if you owed $600,000 and I can actually walk you through the process, save you $300,000 or save you $200,000? I think that makes my coaching fee very, very attractive, because I'm sure you would pay $100,000 to save $300,000, right? I mean, if you wouldn't, that sounds foolish. Man, I know some people would pay $150,000 to save $300,000 off their home. But it's not just that. It's not just saving your home. Don't forget, this is saving your life. There's a sense of urgency here now, friends, because the court system and the legal system is always evolving. Don't forget, the laws are designed to keep what? People who are in power, people with wealth to keep the wealth. The mortgage industry had a collapse in 2008. There was another one in the Depression, right? But it seems like there's a track record here. And since the moratorium was lifted, laws have changed. Just in November, they changed the bankruptcy law relating that people who are in their home, they filing Chapter 13 or 7 to stop their sale, they can only do that once. And it's attached to the person's name, but now it's also attached to the property. So therefore, if someone else in the house, because you were able to, who was living there, filed Chapter 13 as many times, and if they stop that, they go to another person. A lot of times, the husband and wife are not on the mortgage together, but they live there. They can file it multiple times and stop a sale. I've kept people in their homes for 10, 15, 13 years. And myself, my investment property, I kept that going for 14 years. So the laws have changed now. The sense of urgency is here, where if it stops you from stopping a sale, now it gives more leverage to the bank. And now the bank can actually just wait it out, because they know you're not doing anything. They know this is a frivolous attempt to stop a sale. You only get one of those. The next time you try to file, you have to now go to the court and ask permission from the judge, and it has to be a very good one. That means you can't file last minute. I filed one time. They kept moving my sale date time, because it used to be like 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 9:30. They kept moving it up because the courts open at 8:30. So they made my sale at 8:45. Well, I was at the courthouse at 8 o'clock, and I was the first one online. I got it stamped at 8:31. They sold my house anyway, because they said I'm a repeat filer. But at that time, the laws say that you are protected underneath the Chapter 13 law, and anything that was sold has to be returned. They can fight it in court. That was in 2003, my personal home. We fought it in court, and they had to stop the sale. They had to rescind the sale and give the person his money back. Matter of fact, imagine this. I went out there early in the morning. I left already. They sent someone, the buyer sent someone to deter me at my house and scared my wife. This is, guys, the mortgage industry, housing industry is what affects our GPA. Gross national product. I mean, that affects our the income, and that affects how the country is moving. So you better believe the banking system has a lot of control in the judicial system. And you better believe that judges' 401ks are wrapped up in housing. So don't you think it's stacked against the homeowner? These predatory lending practices, they knew years in advance that if they put these in place, there are a lot of people out there to buy homes. And what does that do? It boosts the economy, but they know it's going to come down because a lot of people can't afford those sliding scales, those adjustable rates at any rate. I just want to give you guys a sense of urgency here. Yeah, you can go represent yourself in court, right? That's your legal right. You can get a public defender to represent you in court, or you can actually get an attorney to represent you in court. Now, what are your chances of winning, especially if it's something like of this magnitude? You doing it yourself is not going to give you the best chance. You can read all the books you want and go online and take all the courses you want. Your best chance is getting an attorney. The public defender is a little bit better than you do it on your own, because you don't have a passion to keep your home. You have an incentive. The public defender has numbers, but even the attorney who's working on your behalf is not trying to litigate. There are so many loopholes here. There are so many things that you can use to help you keep your home. But if everybody has the same pension fund and everybody works in the legal system, then you're really fighting up a huge mountain here, and attorneys will look at you and say, I can do this, but that's that. It's limited. Yeah, I can do your Chapter 13. I can help you with your loan modification, and we'll see where it goes. But do they really care? No, they get their fee and they move on, because there's hundreds of you, thousands of you. Now with this new law change is going to put hundreds of thousands of people in jeopardy. We are going into a climate now, guys, that people will be losing their homes. Do you realize that more corporations are buying up residential property? You realize rental fees monthly fees are going up tremendously. We're getting ready to go into something that, don't want to scare anyone, but your biggest asset needs to be protected. And we have a way to do that. What I'm hoping that you will do is give me a call. Even if I can't coach you, I can help you in giving you some answers. And I don't know everything, but what I do know is through my years of experience in this, walking through these woods for myself, I first asked for help. And then secondly, I was able to use the law. You can file Chapter 13. You can file Chapter 7. The beauty between the two of them, and we can talk about that right now, one is an elimination of all debt. And the courts determine what you give up. That's a Chapter 7. And this is for personal, because we're not talking about corporate. So Chapter 7 is like, if you got a lot of credit cards, you really do need to start completely over. Yeah, they'll wipe out, cancel all your debt. But then you may have to lose your home. They may take your home from you, especially if your home has equity in it. You might have to give up your car. Right now, Chapter 13 is something that it protects you from a sale, but it's called a reorganization of your debt. So in this also, the control is more in you. So you can walk out of that, cancel out of that if you want. You can dismiss it on your own. Chapter 7, you can't. You're locked in. Now, each of them stop a sale, but one is a reaffirming of debt, reorganization of debt, and this is where you want to be. And sometimes the courts can intervene on your behalf with the bank, but don't forget, they're all working together here. We're in a system. We're in a wheel. We're in a hamster spinning wheel, and we have to learn how to get out of it. And I can help you get out of that. I can help you walk on solid ground without the spinning. I can help you reestablish your mindset in order to not allow this to happen again. People get loan modifications all the time, and then months later, maybe years later, they fall back into it. I can even help you with different streams of income while you're going through this process, because right now you have blinders on. You don't see opportunities. You just see the fire that you're going through. So yeah, I can help you with that as well. And again, I don't know everything, but I have a team of people. I have a team. You can't do all this by yourself. I don't even want to make. I don't want you to think that I am the be all and can all and do all. That's not me. But what I am is someone that you call when you want to get things done, and I get it done. Once again, I'm Perry Fogg, your strategic life coach, and I'm here to help you walk through this treacherous time of possibly losing your most valuable asset, and that's your home. So please do reach out. Join me every Saturday, man. I'm here at 8:30. I will try to spend about an hour with you on this, and I'll talk about how my coaching program can help you well into the future outside of just your home. Don't forget, what's happening to your home is just a manifestation of what was happening inside. So we're going to correct the issue. We're going to help you correct the issue. And it could be painful. You will be shaken. It's going to be like a boot camp. Nobody likes to go into boot camp, right? Especially if you were living a certain way, you know. Why is it that when you watch that show Hoarders and people still have problems getting rid of stuff? Do you think it's easy when you're a hoarder to go in and remove something? That's why they need a coach. That's why they need somebody to go in and say, no, let's think about this. You don't need this. And you got to coach them through that because it's traumatic. You know, I can't get rid of these. I only got one glove, but I need this one glove. No, we have to change your mindset. We have to repurpose what God has for you. And of course, we have to ask Him for directions. And if you guys can do that, I'm your perfect candidate. And if you guys can do that, you're my perfect candidate. Because what I do works. And I won't leave you until it's done. So I'm not like those attorneys who charge you a fee and then every time you talk to them, they're looking, where's your checkbook? I'm not like other loan modification people who just do your paperwork, collect the fee, and keep going. I am a certified transformational life coach, strategically taking you from one position to the next successfully. Give me a call. Thank you.